Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Scrap Squad Sunday. So after the incredible run of 12 days of summer scrap lifts, we're back to weekly scrap lifts that are published on Friday, and I interpret them on Saturday and publish my video on Sunday. So here we are. We're back to this. And this time I'm using this, well, first of all, let me show you the original. This is the original lift. It's like probably 4 inches on one side, 8 inches on the other, with the photo cluster kind of set on the seam there, with another cluster over here to the right, and kind of a title bridging it. Love it. It's by Tina Stepanova, and I'm taking a lot of cues from it, but I'm also being influenced by Rebecca Meadows' version, which looks like a small format, maybe Traveler's Notebook, maybe an 8.5 by 11, maybe A2 or whatever it is. She's got the same division, about 1/3, 2/3 kind of division here. She's got the floral clusters, but she's got these little bits of fiber that are just beautiful kind of underneath. She's used a really pretty Maggie Holmes collection, and I really kind of like that she's minimized the floral bits over here and kind of concentrated down below and a little bit on top. So I'm going to take cues from both of those and we'll see where we end up from there. I'm using papers from the Mind the Scrap July kit, which I just got in the mail yesterday it was I think so, Thursday or Friday. And I have fussy cut some florals from this Pinkfresh Happy Blooms paper. I love both sides of it. I've cut a small floral to go over in that corner, and I've, bringing a little bit of yellow into it. I'm going to use this Heidi Swapp paper as the left side, the side that's going to be 1/3. So I'm going to cut 4 inches off of that. And I'm going to lay it on top of, well, let's see. I may actually cut a 9-inch bit of this and overlap it by 1 inch. So we'll see. These are both Heidi Swapp. Carefree is the line. I love this side of that, but I think this is more appropriate. It kind of looks like thumbprints, but I think these are maps kind of on those blotches there. So that's a nice neutral, and it kind of looks a little like this neutral that's in the original. So let me cut my 4 inches here. And it's going to go right down the seam on those dots. And I'm going to go ahead and use the whole sheet. I have lots of ledger paper, which is what's on the back. And it's perfect for this page, but I'm not a huge fan of swirly patterns like that. So now let's just see which part is going to look the best with the florals. If I put the photo here, her shirt and his shirt just go with these colors over here just perfectly. So, and I've put this is a piece of a cut file. It's the last piece I had left when cutting it apart. So I'm going to kind of let it come out as a little bit of a frame, and I can it's got a cut mark here and a cut mark here, and I can group flowers around it. I've also got in my little embellishment tray here, I've got this XOXO from BrambleFox, which I could tuck under some flowers here. And my title I planned to be this word love, and I was going to kind of have it coming out of the floral clusters there. And I found this little butterfly. I had cut it for another project, but it's the perfect color to kind of add into there. I've got this little piece of wood grain. I have some die cut leaf sprigs in various colors, cut from scraps. And I have these two fence type things, which I thought could stand in for the mesh fabric that Rebecca has in hers. And I have a gold BrambleFox heart and a pink BrambleFox heart. So let's see where we end up with all of these things. I'm not sure where they'll go because I haven't, I just cut out the clusters just 5 seconds ago. As soon as I finished cutting out the clusters, I started the video. So I haven't really dry fitted or practiced with them, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so I like that I'm covering up what I think is the least pretty colored part of this. I like the more pinky pink. So I thought about running something down here, and I may do this if it seems like I need to. Let's see if there's another one that's a little bit different pattern. I could cut this one off, and that might be a nice contrast to the both of them. I kind of like having something at the seam there, but I didn't have like a little stitchy kind of thing that like Rebecca had. And I also kind of think this is too wide. So I'm gonna cut that. Okay. And that gives me a thin strip to glue there. So let me get some glue on here and put it down before I put the photo there. I could always cut it in half, but if I have a chance to do something in the right order, it might be good to actually do it. So let me do that right there. A little bit of glue there. Okay, that's subtle, and yet it makes that division. It's kind of like putting trim at a place where flooring changes to carpet or something like that. So I'm going to put that maybe a little down. Well, actually, I know I have a big floral cluster there, so let me just kind of do it like that. Then I know I want to use this, and I really like, I had die cut some other shapes out of this paper, so the fence was broken there, and I know I want to use the broken fence part of it, and So I'm gonna do that. Let me do it upside down so that the colors are right. I'm just going to kind of build out a little bit from here because I want the XOXO to kind of go in conjunction with this, and I don't want a lot of stuff out here. Let's see if this works. You know what? I'm going to take this out and use it elsewhere because I think the XOXO kind of tucked under there just works on its own. This is me being minimalist. More minimalist than usual, shall we say. Okay, now I'm going to start with the florals. I kind of want to do that one over. Okay, that works for me. I'm going to put a couple of these dots up in places that I want to stay raised. Let's put it here. And then we'll there, and it seems like I may need another, or at least something else over here. Maybe this would work. This is some paper from a 6x6 paper pad. It was a summer collection that it was actually my last sheet in the paper pad. I have this wood grain one, but let me just kind of reserve judgment on that. Let me put the one, this is the big one that I had for down here. And I think I'm going to put a fair tape right there, and that's all I'm going to attach. And I may fit some of that fence wire in it. And of course, this is a photo of Ava giving Grandpa a kiss. Crappa, I should say. And I could do this like that to kind of cover that, or maybe like that. That's gonna work, I think. This little cut edge over here is bothering me, and I want to take care of it sooner rather than later. And that works. Okay, there. I've got another cluster here. That I thought I'd build up right there. You can still see the XI, and I thought maybe I might need this one under here, but I think I can get by with cutting some of this off. This needs some some foam. Let's see how that's gonna squeeze in under there. So I need the foam right here and right here. I like the contrast of the blues and teal, the blue flowers and teal leaves against this pink, and also over here by the white. So this can kind of sneak up in here. Okay, underneath. So I have some dimensions, some variation in height and depth there. Let me get I want this yellow to go with this. So let me get this wood grain maybe coming from here. And I'm having trouble getting it under there dry, so I'm sure I will once it has glue. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. Okay, just a little extra lift from that cluster. Okay, here I'm going to place this a little. I wanted to get this fully built before I decided where this will go, rather than have it down here directly across from it. Although I could do that and be true to the original, and I could just put the word love right there, my title right there. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I will do that after all. And I've got, let me put a little tad of glue on each end so that I don't have it curling up where I don't want it curling up. So let's see, I'm going to directly across from the photo cluster. There. And there. Okay, so that lets this curl up. I'm gonna kind of sneak this in here. And burnish it down. Let's see if this looks better this way. And then this maybe coming from there, or do I not need this at all? And this is what I would put here. And I could cut that off. So let's do that. Sorry about that. Don't want that coming out too far. Clip this off the side. Okay. And then I have this one, which maybe could work right in here to kind of bring some pink over to this white area. And again, that may be a little too long. So let's do this. Okay, just a little hint there. I'm almost done, I think. Okay, let me make sure that's straight. Oops, I'm sorry about that. I have to stand up to see that and kind of look through the camera lens there. Now, I've got this stuff, and I'm gonna keep the yellow. I like this, maybe right there. It's not exactly the same scale as what Rebecca used, so it isn't going to have the same effect, and I may not want to use it at all. So let's see if I can kind of squeeze it in here. That looks like it would work. And let's see if I can squeeze this in kind of right there. And then if I could do something right down in here. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. And then this maybe could work right up in there. Just to get some of the blue fencing there. And I've got this little piece. Let's see if that's too much. No, I think that would be okay. All right, I'm going to sit back down and glue these things in. Just a little tiny bit of glue should anchor them. There. And it's okay if it just looks kind of placed there. That's the desired effect, actually. Let me get this upside down like that. It's glued to my finger, my thumb. Let's see if I can hold it down and lift that up. Okay. And that actually kind of lifts the that leaf sprig. Let's see, we have this one up here. I'm gonna okay, just kind of let it look like it's sticking up there. So what I cut this out of is the packaging of some Vicky Bouton stencils, and the colors just work perfectly with everything else that's going on here. So, I just need to be sure that's parallel with that photo. Okay, so I think I've got everything glued down. The next thing is, where would I put this little butterfly? And I think I'm going to put it here. Just gonna press it down there and raise up those wings, those leaves. I have this little bit of wood grain that I kind of thought I might use somewhere, but I'm not seeing a good place for it to go, so I'll reject it. Now I have these two hearts, and I could do them kind of right here. How about if I do them here? Kind of this one hanging off that bit of the page. Let me see if I really want to do that, or if I maybe want to go here, just kind of out here in the field. I think I'll do that, and then I'll try to layer the pink one on top of this metallic gold. This is gorgeous. And I'll maybe put the metallic gold one kind of over that bit of fencing. Should I layer this one on or just put it next to it? Let's see how it looks layered, and if I need to, I think they're too similar in size to layer, although that doesn't look bad. And they're both glued with liquid glue, and I think they'll stick, so I'm gonna leave it. And I think we're done. So thank you for watching. There will not be any journaling on this. This was kind of one of those everyday moments that was sweet and captured, and needs no date or no explanation. You can kind of tell how old Ava was there. And I have a couple photos of her kissing him at about that age, and I don't think I'd used this one before, so I'm not liking this bit right here. So I wonder if I could take this up and then kind of put the butterfly in there. Let me get some foam to go under the butterfly. We'll see. I think this needs to be cut in half. And then I'll use it to cover up the gluey parts here. And then I'll go wipe this off there. Now, had I done that in the beginning, I might have moved this in a little closer, but I don't mind it where it is. And even if I didn't have that gluey area to cover up, I might have put the butterfly over here on the fence. But I think it's okay the way it is, and so it's done. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday for Scrap Squad Sunday. Bye.